Welcome to today's Bible quiz with 10 women from the Old Testament. The questions start off easy but get tougher as we go along. Ready? Let's go. Question 1. What name did Adam give his wife after the fall? Was that Mara, Leah, or Eve? The answer is Eve. After the fall, Adam named his wife Eve, which probably means life or living, because she would become the mother of all the living. Despite their disobedience, this act expressed hope in God's promise of future life and redemption through her offspring. Question 2. Who were Miriam's famous brothers? Was that Caleb and Joshua, Moses and Aaron, or Samuel and Eli? The answer is Moses and Aaron. Miriam was the older sister of Moses, the deliverer of Israel, and Aaron, the first high priest. Together, they led the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses as the prophet and leader, Aaron as the priest, and Miriam as a prophetess and spiritual leader who led the women in worship and supported the community during the wilderness journey. Question 3. What did Sarah do when she overheard God's promise that she would have a son? Did she cry? Did she clap? Or did she laugh? She laughed. Sarah, Abraham's wife, who overheard the Lord's promise to Abraham that she would bear a child in her old age, laughed in disbelief. At nearly 90, the idea seemed impossible to her, yet God reaffirmed the promise and even instructed that the child be named Isaac, which means he laughs. Question 4. Who was the woman David saw bathing on a rooftop? Was that Bathsheba, Abigail, or Michal? The answer is Bathsheba. Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah the Hittite, caught King David's eye while bathing on her roof. After David committed adultery with her and she became pregnant, he arranged for Uriah's death in battle. Following Uriah's death, David married Bathsheba, who later became the mother of Solomon, Israel's famous king. This episode, however, led to serious consequences for David's household. Question 5. Who said, "Your people will be my people and your God, my God"? Was that Ruth, Orpah, or Naomi? That was Ruth. After the death of her husband, Ruth chose to stay with her Israelite mother-in-law Naomi instead of returning to her own people in Moab. Her heartfelt declaration, "Your people shall be my people and your God, my God," shows her commitment to Naomi and to embracing the God of Israel as her own. Question 6. What did Eli the priest initially think when he saw Hannah praying? Was that she was asleep, she was angry, or she was drunk? The answer is, he thought she was drunk. Hannah was in deep emotional pain because she was unable to have children. As she silently poured out her heart to God, begging him for a son, Eli the priest observed her lips moving but heard no words. Mistaking her fervent, quiet prayer for drunkenness, he rebuked her. After she explained herself, Eli offered a blessing, and God later answered her prayer with the birth of Samuel, whom she dedicated to the Lord. Question 7. What happened to Abigail after Nabal died? Did she become a prophetess? Did she marry David? Or did she return to her family? The answer is, she married David. Abigail was the wise and courageous wife of Nabal, a wealthy but foolish man who insulted David and refused him hospitality. When David planned to avenge the insult with violence, Abigail quickly intervened with gifts and humble words, preventing bloodshed. 10 days after the incident, God struck Nabal and he died. David, impressed by Abigail's discernment and character, asked her to marry him. She accepted, becoming one of David's wives, and is remembered for her beauty, insight, and peace-making spirit. Question 8. What Jewish festival celebrates the events of Esther's story? Is that Purim, Passover, or Pentecost? The answer is Purim. Purim commemorates the Jews' deliverance from Haman's plot to destroy them. The name comes from Pur, meaning lot, referring to the lots Haman cast to choose the date for the attack. The festival is still celebrated by Jews today with joy, storytelling, and gift-giving. Question 9. What was Judah's reaction when Tamar was found pregnant? Did he praise her? Did he want her burned? Or did he give her a new husband? The answer is he wanted her burned. When Tamar was found to be pregnant outside of marriage, Judah, unaware that he was the father, believed she had been unfaithful. He ordered that she be burned for supposed immorality. However, Tamar cleverly defended herself by presenting Judah's personal seal, cord, and staff, items he had given her as a pledge when they had secretly met, proving that he was the father of her child. This revelation led Judah to acknowledge his responsibility, saying, "She is more righteous than I," and he spared Tamar from punishment. Question 10. Who was the daughter of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel of Israel that became Queen of Judah? Was that Athaliah, Maha, or Merab? The answer is Athaliah. Athaliah was the only female monarch to rule on David's throne in Judah. She was the daughter of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel of Israel and married Jehoram, son of Judah's king Jehoshaphat. Known for her worship of Baal, her reign was marked by great wickedness, rivaling other evil kings of Judah and Israel. Before we jump into the bonus question, please hit subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and allows us to keep sharing God's word with even more people. As we've been thinking about women in the Old Testament, let's reflect on this verse from Proverbs chapter 31. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears Yahweh, she shall be praised. Here's your bonus question. Which woman from today's quiz do you think best illustrates inner strength and a reverent fear of the Lord? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. Let me know your score in the comments section, and if you've enjoyed today's quiz, please give it a like, share it with someone else, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, grace and peace to you all.